All right. You need to have information and familiarity with the probability theory, like density function, distribution function, um, normal distribution, binomial, Poincare. Those you must have done in BAS 200. So have those information ready because we'll be applying those in this class. Um, and also you need to revise testing of hypothesis, regression analysis, and sampling distribution. Those you have must have done in BAS 200 or equivalent courses, and we'll be working on them again here. Um, so in short, let me go over again. You need to have your textbook, that Operations Management by Krajewski, Malhotra, and Richman. And if you buy directly from Pearson, you'll get at a very discounted rate. Also, you need to get that Mark case study from Harvard Business Review. If you follow the link, you'll be getting at a very discounted rate, $4.99. And all the materials will be on the canvas. And as soon as possible, try to get that MyOM lab. And MyOM lab will be the homework platform for this class. Without MyOM lab, you cannot do any homework. And as I stated you, if you buy directly from Pearson, following the canvas, you'll be paying approximately $125. A bookstore also sells the book along with this MyOM lab. If you buy MyOM lab directly from Pearson, that comes ready with the text. These are the basic information that you need about how to buy the book, where to buy the book, what is needed along with the book, MyOM Lab. If you buy from Amazon or eBay, you won't get MyOM Lab. Then you have to pay again to get MyOM Lab. Now, let me talk briefly about this course. What is this um, operations management? Operations management we need in order to make things more efficient, more productive. We can do it in a short amount of time, more work. How to do that? Operations management will teach you through several techniques. Those techniques I'll be teaching you in decision making chapter. I'll be teaching you through, let me go over this decision making chapter. I'll be teaching you through project management, how to handle many smaller sub project and still delivering in time and efficiently. The quality and performance, everybody wants to have better quality, and there are techniques how to decide on the quality, how to improve the quality that we'll be covering there. And queuing system in airport, if you fly, you'll see that security systems are one bottleneck. People get delayed, they miss flights. How to improve those? There are certain techniques. It is not just in airport. If you call customer service, sometimes they put you on hold, making you listen to music, and nobody wants to hear those. Uh, those are the techniques how to improve the queue. Queue means waiting line, are discussed there. Then we'll be talking about inventory management. Think about, you saw an advertisement, sales flyer from Best Buy, and certain laptops are selling at a very good price. You went to Best Buy, you found that everything is sold. There is nothing on the inventory. Do you enjoy that? No, you don't enjoy it. So what happens? next time you'll think twice before going to Best Buy. That means they lose customer loyalty. That is not good for any business. How to improve that? If you advertise certain item on sale, better store that product so that you can sell it. That is important. If you anticipate that because of the lower price, you'll be selling 1,000 laptops in a week, you need to have in store 1,000 laptops. If you anticipate you'll be selling 100 laptops a day, at least you need to have that inventory 100 laptops a day in Best Buy. And that is all about inventory management, that you do not run out. When to order, how much to order. These two questions will help any management to stock and restock so that you don't run out of the inventory. Then we'll be talking about forecasting. There is no single company in the earth who does not need forecasting technique to forecast how much they'll be selling, how much inventory they need to keep, when to order. All depends on the forecast of the quantity that they will be selling. So those techniques are very important. So these are the basic few elements that we'll be talking in this class. Now, there are two elements. One is theory. That means we'll be describing the technique. We'll be learning about statistical technique. Then we'll be using those statistical technique in real life problems. And in the exam, you can expect doing those real life problem from those chapters. So this is in short, what is operations management. And these are the learning objective goals that whoever teaches this class, we need to meet this learning objective for this class. You can go over at your pace. Then these are the different chapters that I just went over that we'll be learning in this class. Teaching methodology and student involvement. See, as I told you, I did not put this class completely online because I want to interact with students. So a basic requirement for those who can attend this class, please keep your video open. Please participate. These two are requirement for this class. For those who are working, cannot come to the class, it's fine if you cannot come. All the materials will be in the Canvas. But I strongly urge, because of the nature of this material, which are statistical in nature, that you need to understand, then apply. It will be better if you interactively work with me during the class. And that's why instead of dumping all the material online, I'm staying with you, explaining things, and so that you can get that experience on face-to-face learning. So this is important. So there are two elements, theory and application. You really need to understand the theory in order to apply. Otherwise, it will be difficult for anybody to apply those theoretical concepts in operations management. How to get the best grade? I explained here. The easiest way to make a good grade, I'm highlighting, before coming to the class, just skim over the chapter, anticipating whatever the teacher will be teaching. If you ask me, I'll tell you what I will be doing next class. So based on that, just skim over the chapter. Not much, maybe 10, 15 minutes, okay? Maybe even 10 minutes you can go over quickly without looking deeply in it, to have an overall idea what you are going to get into. Then follow the class. Try to understand what the teacher is talking about. Ask question and understand the theory part of it. Then when I do the application, understand how it is being applied. Then go home. Go over those material again immediately within 24 hours. That is absolutely important. Then come to the next class. I'll be going over briefly what we did in the previous class. And that part, you should be able to say, oh, I know this. If you don't have that feeling, that means you are already behind by one class. Again, I'm repeating, the first few minutes of the class, I'll be going over what we did in the previous class. During that time, you should have a feeling, yes, I know those stuff. That means you did your job understanding the previous class. Then do that again, follow the class, try to interact, making sure you understand the material, then go home, read the material, make sure you have a feeling you know all the material. Then I'll be giving you homework. And try to, maybe for homework, I'll offer you 3-4 days, but don't wait 3-4 days. Try to finish those as quickly as possible. If you need help, you'll get my help, okay? During the office hours. Or if you need extra time, just feel free to make an appointment to go over to make an appointment for extra time. I'll do that, okay? Before the exam, what is important that you develop this material understanding during the class itself. If you start reading fresh right before the exam, let me warn you, this statistical concept you cannot understand in 1 day, in 2 days. It needs reading again and again, to go over again and again, to get the concept right. Now, step 1, attend the class, understand the material that I have already explained. Right before that exam, okay, I understood the material. You have that feeling. Then look into the class problem. Do it again. This is number 2. Number 3, once you are done with the class problem, check the homework problem again. Can you do those? Number 4, before every exam, I'll be giving you review for the exam. Please go over. Review means it is not a study guide. It may randomly collect few questions to make sure that you are familiar with them. You can do it easily. If you do these 4 elements diligently before the exam, you'll do well in the exam. Out of these 4 elements, what is the most important thing? Following the class every day. Whether you can attend, whether you may not attend, as some people said that I'll be busy with my work, it is fine. But you need to follow the class, and after first day of the lecture on that topic, you should have a feeling, yes, I understood the material. That is the most important element. And I warn you again, this is the second warning I'm telling, it's the exact same thing. If you leave it till the exam, everything, it will be very difficult to catch up, because the nature of this class is little statistical, and you need to understand the concept. So if you go over this suggestion, how to prepare for the class, you'll be good. All right. Then communication and response time, like I told you, the best way to communicate is via email. I usually respond I usually check twice daily my email, and you can expect immediate reply the moment I check it. Okay. And I do not keep on checking email every second, every minute. So do not expect response immediately after your email. Within a day, within 24 hours, you'll get your response. Okay. Um, Now, it is not the classroom via Zoom discipline. Uh, I request you to turn the cell phone off. I request you, everybody, whoever is attending, turn your video on. That is absolutely important. Okay. I see most of your video is not on. I'm not sure whether you are attending or not. So please turn your video on. And please participate. That is very important. Okay. Uh, if you have cell phone, please turn it off. Um, and please do not allow anybody in the class and anybody in your room and try to talk with them during the class hours. It may be disruptive. Okay. Um, and please go over the netiquette that we follow whenever we teach over Zoom. At the end of every chapter, I'll assign some homework, and that I'll give you good enough time, 2 to 3 days, not business days, 2 to 3 days in order to finish. Now, for the summer class, you need to be very careful. It goes very quickly. One class in the summer consists of 3 hours. In Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, that is equivalent to 3 classes. So if you miss one class, which is equivalent to missing 3 regular semester Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. And that's a lot. So try not to miss any classes. And the exams will be on the 4th day after we start the semester. That means summer session. Today we started. The 4th day will be the first exam. And next 4th day will be the second exam. And it will continue till final. So it is very compact. Try not to miss any classes, or if you cannot attend, try not to miss preparing for that day's lecture within that day. Within 24 hours, you have to be ready with the material. Okay. These are the tentative course material. Now let me talk about the exam. The very first exam will be on June 4th. That is the 4th day from today. Second exam will be June 18. That is the 4th day from June 4. And the final exam, that is not under my control, it is decided by the register, will be on July 6th. So please remember about these exam dates. And the case, as I've mentioned, the case due date is June 24. And how the grades are distributed. The first exam and the second exam, I'll take the best of the two, and that best of the two will have 25%, and the worst of the two will have 20%. Final exam weightage will be 30%. Case 10%, take home assignment 15%, and that together is 100%. Please go over the steps I discussed with you, how to do well in the exam. And if you follow those, you can do very well in this exam, no matter whether you are good in math or stat, doesn't matter. But you need to work diligently every day to stay with the work. If you do that, you'll do well. Now, submission of the test answer. This is very important. You cannot just do that reading right before the test. I urge everybody to go over what are the steps involved, how to submit your answer. Please go over this and try with me and verify whether you could submit, say, 2-3 pages of the document as PDF. Then I'll tell you, yes, I received it. That you have to do it before the test to make sure you know how to submit your document. I tell you briefly, suppose you have 5 pages of document. What do you need to do? That 5 pages are done, and you marked page 1, multiple choice, true, false. There will be 15 questions, and all the 15 brief answers will be on page 1. Then page 2, 3, 4 will have your essay type question 1, 2, 3. There will be 3 essay type questions in the first exam. So 4 pages. First page, brief answers for true, false, 1 to 15. Question number 1 to 15. That's it. No calculation, no rough work. Then page number 2, 3, 4. Each essay type question on a separate page. And these are the first 4 pages of complete answers. You may like to attach your rough work, page 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. Suppose you have 7 complete pages to submit. What do you do? Take pictures of every page. Then you can attach each picture in Microsoft Word, page by page. So if you have 7 loose pages in Microsoft Word, you will have 7 different pages, with every page having one picture of the page that you took in your camera. Then save it as PDF. That's it. Once you have that PDF document, you can submit in the Canvas. Suppose there is option 2. What is option 2? Suppose you don't want to do this way in Microsoft Word. Your Apple iPhone has lots of apps, or there is Canva. You can download and you can do it there too, convert to PDF. Whatever direction you want to do, but easiest solution is paste each page picture into Microsoft Word and then save it as PDF, and you can submit. Extra credit. During the class, time to time, I'll be asking questions, and I'll assign points before you answer. Okay, if you can answer this, I'll offer 2 points, and that will accumulate. In the last semester, some students got up to 12 points. That 12 points gets added to your final grade. Suppose you got 86 out of 100, and you collected, say, 5 points, then your final grade will be 86 plus 5, 91 out of 100. And when you got 86, if you look into, follow my mouse, if you look into here, 86 gets you B, just B. And after getting that 5 points, you got 91. 91 is A minus. So from B to A minus, you attend classes, answer questions, and collect those extra points, and that's an easy jump. Anybody can do it. So I encourage class participation for those extra points. And your video should be on. You will be asking questions, participating, answering questions. That activity I encourage. That's why I offer extra points. Now, about the mission and other things, you can uh, look into it, read it. This is not different from other syllabus. We are supposed to add those information in. And in the last page, I gave you the most important dates. When is the first exam? June 4. Second exam, June 18. When homework 1, 2, 3, 4 are due, that I have specified. Case due, I have specified. Case studies, I changed the date, sorry. So let me see the date. Case study, case study. Case due June 24. June 24. So that is not correct in the last page. Case, June 24. June 24. Okay. So that one was not specified correctly. Forecasting due date is July 5 and July 6 is your exam. So that is all about um, the syllabus. Now, um, you know, I repeated, if you are here, please keep your video open and please tell me something about you. Okay, all of you. Jake, you are here. Thatcher, are you here? Please keep your video open. Megan, if you are here, please keep your video open. Uh, and please tell me a little bit about you. What I need to know about you is, let me briefly tell you. All right. You know, if you don't keep your video open, for me, it looks like a ghost class. I'm not teaching human being. That's why please keep your video open. So let me ask few questions, okay? Um, your name, freshman, sophomore, okay? Second one is, okay, math, uh, enjoy, do not enjoy. Why? Math or stat? This is very important because this class has a lot of that. Uh, then last thing that I need to get from you is what you want to be. 10, what you want to see yourself 10 years from today, professionally. All right. Can we start from Jared?
Hi, my name's Jared. I'm going to be a senior this academic year.
Everybody, please also mention your last name because sometimes I have difficulty pronouncing the correct pronunciation of your
Okay.
name. So that's why I'm asking you to, tell your name.
Jared Walkenheim.
Okay.
I'm going to be a senior this academic year. I enjoy math because it's something I've always been good at and just like doing. I guess in 10 years, I don't know
Just
exactly.
1 minute, just 1 minute. Can you please tell me what makes you enjoy math?
I don't know, for sure, really. I have liked doing it. I don't really
Beautiful.
know. I just enjoy it.
And since early age, you enjoyed math.
Yeah.
You had math help continuously.
Yeah.
Who used to help you in math?
Um, My mom, and then also just learning in classes. I was always able to learn the concept.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Well,
excellent. Then the fourth one.
yep. In 10 years, I'm not sure exactly where I see myself.
Hmm. What's your major now?
I'm an accounting major, and I'm going for my master's. So after not this year, but next year, I'll be graduated with my master's. From there, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet with it.
Okay, okay, great, thank you. Uh, Diraj,
Hey, I am Doga. I will
so I
be,
should call you Doga, right?
yeah, yes.
Okay, good,
Uh,
excellent.
I will be senior this year.
Hmm.
And um, for third question, I enjoy math because I like solving problems
Beautiful,
and finding answers. And
beautiful.
fourth question, I want to become a professional volleyball player.
Professional volleyball player.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you see any math in volleyball?
Sometimes,
Explain that.
uh, like, when setter set me and when I am doing spike or something, I am trying to solving other team
Ah,
position or something.
very nice, very nice. What's your major or concentration?
Uh, business and international business and sports management.
Beautiful, excellent. In sports management, there will be a lot of statistical application, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good, excellent. Megan,
My name's Megan Simmons, and I'm going to be a senior next fall. Um, I do enjoy math because I find it interesting when solving for answers.
uh, so
And
you liked math since early childhood?
yeah,
Who used to help you with math?
my teachers in school.
Oh, beautiful, excellent. Next, you are going to be senior, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Next, what's your major or concentration?
I'm a management major.
Beautiful. Any concentration?
No.
Ah, beautiful. Then the last question.
I'm not sure where I see myself, but
Hmm.
I'm a management major, so hopefully something in management.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you. What about Jack?
So my name is Jake Luna. I'm gonna be a senior, and overall, I like math, but I do like the problem solving aspects. And then if I could see the real world applications, I do particularly like that. And then I'm a marketing major. My concentration is in sports marketing. So in 10 years, I'd really want to find my niche within marketing, preferably something in sports, and yeah, just find a job really that I like and pays all right.
Beautiful, excellent. No specific area?
I'm sorry.
No specific area you want to see yourself that finance?
Well, I'm a sports marketing. That's my concentration. So
Ah,
if I could find something in that, I'd like that.
can you tell me in sports marketing, what's special than any other marketing, like laptop marketing or cell phone
Um,
marketing?
well, I've seen a lot nowadays. It seems that it's kind of transferring from advertising to sponsorships, and really the best spot is sports ultimately for sponsorships. You see a lot with TV, live TV is really dominated by sports. So that's kind of the place to be when it comes to sponsorships.
Oh, really? Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, do you think you can apply statistics in that area?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely looking at, yeah, just looking at data and then, trying to find statistical significance, things like that, you could say being useful.
Did you try doing any project in that area? Then, if you get a project ready and finished, and you go to the job market showing I already did an analysis on sports marketing, you'll get a very good job offer.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. When this was a while back, but I tried to do a study trying to show that three cone times for defensive ends in the NFL, if they run like a really good three cone time, trying to use that to predict success. So I
Mm.
did that way back before I had any knowledge of statistics. So hopefully after a course like that, I could return to it and actually, use statistics to prove it.
Excellent. I encourage students to work with data analytics in the field that you are interested in. Like you are interested in sports analytics or
Mm.
sports marketing, get some data. And if you want my help, come and we can do an independent study or something like that. Um, the idea is develop that as a job market paper. And they'll be asking you, hey, you want $100,000, $200,000. You want the job. Tell me, why should I hire you? Then if you tell that I have already an application in the area that you are interested in, then they'll be asking, show me that or talk about it. Then
Mhm.
you are in a driver's seat. You already know the paper very well, and you will be allowing them to ask questions that you already know. That means you'll be answering from your familiar area and you'll be getting good job. So try to do that while you are in the school. And I can help you or any other teacher can help you. And statistical application is my area. I would love to work with you. Okay. And this is not just you, Jake. It is true with Jared, Doga, Megan, all of you. Okay. Try to pick a topic, the topic that you enjoy, the topic that you want to make your future profession, and try to develop a paper on that. And I'll be willing to help you. Okay. Anytime, either in the summer or in the fall, anytime, feel free, or through email. All right. Thank you. Thatcher Boswell.
My name is Thatcher Boswell Pence.
Mhm.
I am
Try to
senior.
put your video on, please.
I'm on my desktop and I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
I can't figure out why my webcam's not working, but
Okay,
hopefully by
okay, that's
Thursday
fine.
I'll have it working.
Oh, okay,
I don't know what's wrong with it, but
that's okay.
so yeah, I'm a senior in a management major with no concentrations. I do like math. I always just enjoyed challenging myself with it because I guess realistically it was just always a challenge. And so learning it and actually figuring it out was my favorite part of it and understanding it. And then
Just 1 minute, like I asked many of you,
yeah.
were you good in math from an early age?
Yeah, I never seriously struggled with it. And then at times when I did, like when I took pre-calc in high school, I always just went to my teacher and got help outside of class. And so then I was usually able to figure it out pretty easily just with additional
And
help.
who helped you in your early age?
I think my dad helped me a little bit, but
Uh,
then like everyone else, I think my teachers were also the biggest help.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, excellent. Uh, what do you want to see yourself, say, 10 years from today?
I actually plan on becoming an electrician, which I know will also be using a good amount of math. And my hope is to use my management degree to start my own company and maybe sell it one day or just continue it into my later life.
You know that electrical company, they will not be affected by AI, right?
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons I'm getting into it.
And even now, there's a huge demand. Do you know that?
Yeah, yeah,
And they are making data centers. And to wire the data center, they need a good electrician, right?
yeah, yeah. And then, if I start a company and grow it, maybe I can sell it for, a couple $1 million or something. It would be really cool. So that's my goal. Yeah.
You will be earning much more than if you are in data center business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't
Great.
know exactly what line of electrician. My goal is to first become a journeyman and then kind of just go from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Karthik? Karthik not here.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Please put your video on, then.
No, I was just trying to fix my camera as well because I don't know why
Okay.
it's not working. I'm also on my desktop.
Beautiful. Excellent.
I'm trying to fix it right now, but I can answer your
Okay.
question first before I fix it.
Okay.
Uh,
Now you see the questions, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So my name is Kartik. I'm going into junior year,
Mm.
and my major is business analytics, and I minor in econ. And in 10 years, I'm hopefully working in a law firm or I'm an attorney, something to do with sports hopefully like with sports contracts and with working with sports athletes or whatever. But that's what I want in 10 years.
Do you know that, statistics with economics is a beautiful combination for the job market?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, you want to be a lawyer, right?
Yes.
And how you can apply statistics in legal area?
Um,
There are many applications.
I guess
And
using the data to see like
of course,
who's affected by what.
yes. And how much they have to do compensation, right?
Yeah.
Say merger and acquisition, it is all about number game. Make sense?
Yeah.
You want to merge with another company or acquire another company, how much to pay? It's all number game. Make sense?
Okay.
Um, in economics or legal areas, they hire a statistical consulting firm to do those statistical analysis or mathematical analysis. And, data is going to be the prime component in order to make decision for a law firm. Excellent. Anybody else that I'm missing? No. Okay. Try to attend classes, put your video on so that we can have a lively discussion. Otherwise, when all of you were not on video, I was thinking, am I teaching a ghost class? Interacting with you makes it a little bit more realistic, okay? For you, for me as well. All right. Anybody in or not? That is all we have. Okay, that's fine. Now, what is the time? Time is now 10 o'clock, right? Should we get a break now or teach half an hour? At 1 hour, 30 minutes, we get a break. You decide. I'll give you a 15-minute break at half the point. So our introduction and the syllabus is done. Tell me, should we get the break now or we continue till 9:30, then get a break of 15 minutes? What do you decide? Should we continue? All right, let's continue. Now, let us come to the very first chapter. Very first chapter, let me open that. Okay. Let me now share. What do you see in front of you? Can you tell me what you see in front of you?
We see your slideshow.
Excellent. So this is a chapter 1 that I'm going over. We'll be telling stories. We'll be looking for your opinion, suggestion, examples. Feel free to jump in, okay? Now, what is operations management? What we are trying to do? Let me give you an example. A teacher asked a question in the class, and that question became the homework. What is the question? What you like to do in future to start a business? This question was asked in an MBA outgoing class. They're about to graduate, and with their MBA degree, which is very costly, they will be starting a business or going as a very higher up executive in a business firm. So they wanted to propose a business that they can start with that education of Wharton. One student got his grade back, got his paper back graded, and he got C. And he didn't like it. He went to the teacher and said, "Teacher, why did you give me a C? Okay, what was your business?" He said, "My business is shipping goods from one point to another." It was a while back, okay? Maybe 50 years back. Then the teacher asked, do you have a competitor? Yes. Who is the competitor? US Postal Service. Then the teacher asked, can you tell me how many branches US Postal Service has? Oh, many branches. Almost in every, multiple branches in major cities, multiple branches in towns, at least one branch in every village or backward counties. Do you have that much money to compete with US Postal Service? No, I don't have that much money. Then how can you get the market share? I'll figure out. Do you think your business is viable? Yes, I think the business is viable. Teacher said, I don't think your business is viable. You'll be losing money. Then you'll give up and get out of your business. And that's why I gave you a C. The student graduated and he started his business as he discussed. First, he started setting up 2 units. And at the end of the first day, he asked himself, am I doing good? Another part of inner himself said, yes, I'm doing good. So far, so good. In that very first day, he got a business of shipping 5 boxes. And 3 out of 5 were his own boxes. Do you know what is this company? If it survived? What do you think? Did it survive? Do you think they survived or not? You'll be surprised to know this company is FedEx. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? The teacher asked, can you compete against US Postal Service? Teacher answer was no. But the student had so much conviction in his model. He saw future business and getting all the market share from US Postal Service. Now, the question is reversed. Can US Postal Service survive against Federal Express? Make sense? Why FedEx become so successful? So their mission was, we need to be fast. US Postal Service is not fast. That is the mission, the starting mission. How we can be faster than US Postal Service? And then strategies, then implementation. Next, if we promise delivery within 5 business days, we'll be delivering within 5 business days. No questions asked. If we promise we'll be delivering within 1 day, and we'll be delivering within 1 day. And they went by promise. Now, what do you think? You have an urgent package to send to California within 2 business days. Will you be trusting US Postal Service or FedEx? Jared, what do you think? Will you trust
FedEx.
US Postal Service or FedEx?
FedEx.
What about Doga?
FedEx.
What about Megan?
FedEx.
What about Jake?
FedEx.
Thatcher?
Yeah, FedEx.
And Karthik?
Yeah, FedEx as well.
You see, all of you are saying FedEx. And the very first day, teacher didn't have trust in this kid. And he has strategies. And these strategies he wrote in his paper. But nobody believed him. Now, after so many years, from those 2 units, they gradually ate the market share from US Postal Service. Now, what are the 2 major players in this market? FedEx and UPS, right? If you read Wall Street Journal, that's why I asked you to read Wall Street Journal, because it is not just statistics, this subject. It is the application of statistics that will keep everybody alive, the concept alive. So can you tell me, what is the latest scenario between UPS and FedEx? Who is winning? Who is getting the market share? Anybody? Right now, if you are in touch with the market news, maybe from Wall Street Journal, UPS is losing the market share. The stock is going down. FedEx stock is going up. Okay. The reasons are again same. They're fast on deliveries, relatively low cost. Do you believe that with me that it is relatively low cost? I'll give you an example. I once took a package right before Christmas to send it to my friend in California. I went to US Postal Service thinking it will be cheaper. They gave me a price, say $35. I was surprised. Then I said, okay, let me check with FedEx. Next day, 1 day delay won't matter that much. Next day, I took it to FedEx and they charged me $20. US Postal Service was charging me $35. So that way it is cheaper. Then as I was coming out of the US Postal Service unit in Colony Center, I saw FedEx truck right behind it. They closed at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. And at 8 p.m., that FedEx truck was standing there. US Postal Service was outsourcing their packages to FedEx. That means FedEx has to be lower cost. That's why giving a cut to the US Postal Service. for long distance package transfer. Then technology in shipment tracking. Even 2 years before, US Postal Service used to ask everybody, do you want tracking? Now tracking is almost integral part of every package except letters. But FedEx used to offer tracking right from the beginning, and that was included in the price. So they didn't have to spend time asking every individual, hey, do you want tracking? Do you want insurance? FedEx used to insure the packages for the first $100 free. Nothing is free. That price was embedded into the price. But thereby, nobody had to spend extra time asking the representative how much will be tracking, how much will be the insurance. They save on time. Also, if you go to a US Postal Service, you'll see on an average, every customer, they're spending about 2-3 minute time asking the regular question. Do you want tracking? Do you want insurance? Those questions. Sometimes they try to put by hand the physical address. That is not needed. You go to FedEx, customers coming, dropping the box and leaving. They printed the shipping label at their home. Much more efficient. They go to the FedEx site to pin the label and drop the boxes, and nobody has to spend any time on that. And that is the efficiency. And that efficiency is generating money for FedEx. And that's why they became so huge and gained the market share. Now, what is operations management? In short, you have, think about any company. Think about FedEx. Think about banks. Think about, say, in the AI space, what is the most talked about company? NVIDIA, right? With NVIDIA AI chip, they are transforming the whole world. So think about any company, and any company can be outlined as some input, some output, and in between, they're transforming that input to add value to crunch out the outputs. Think about NVIDIA. They got the silicon wafers, and those silicon wafers, they probably, the input cost is pennies, even fraction of pennies. Those silicon wafers, they're transforming into an AI chip. H100 AI chip cost in the market $35,000. Did you hear me? One tiny H100 AI chip, they're selling to companies. NVIDIA is selling to companies for $35,000. And they are raking billions of dollars every quarter. And the input is silicon chip that cost pennies. Output is H100, H200, and other chips. The minimum cost of those chips is $35,000. And what is inside? They are putting intellectual properties into those chips that will perform AI related calculations for other companies. What are the other companies? Facebook, that is Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Google. Everybody needs those AI chip. And they're lining it up. NVIDIA told for the next 5 years, they are completely booked. Whatever output they will be producing, it will be sold in the market. And that is the business of AI today. And this transformation process It is not just putting those transistors and others, but the logic within those transistors and the output value that it can create into those big companies like Microsoft, Google is enormous. And that is the operations management that they are doing within this transformation of the process. They created that value. What is the difference in the value between input and output? Well, input are not just silicon wafer. Input is also getting right intellectual people. They're putting their brains together, their education in those AI concepts within that chip to create that value. And the difference between input, that input cost also the salary to those employees, highly skilled employees. But the difference of input cost and output cost is enormous. And that is the value added part. And that is basically the operations manager within NVIDIA company are making it happen. They're creating those value added part. When the chip finally comes out, they're making sure there is a huge gap in input cost and the output price, thereby making a significant profit for NVIDIA. You think about bank. Well, NVIDIA is a manufacturing company. What about bank? Bank is a service company. Can somebody tell me what is the input and output for a bank? Anyone? What is the input? Inputs are basically money. How they get input? Either directly from the customers saving it, or they are borrowing from other big banks like Goldman Sachs. So that is the input. What is the output for a bank? Tell me, please.
Would it be like interest and dividends, or
What bank do with the money? They have lots of money, or they can borrow lots of money. And they have to transform that money into some product. What is their product? Come on, Jared, you are saying something. Sorry to interrupt.
I was saying like investing the money into
Invest the money. In what form?
like stocks, or also like loaning it out to people as well. Like
Loaning it out to the people. Absolutely right. Maybe they are borrowing from Federal Reserve. Maybe they are borrowing from Goldman Sachs at 2%, and they are loaning it out to other people who need money to buy a house, mortgage, right? What is the mortgage interest rate? Right now, it's about 6%. So if they borrow the money at 2% and loaning it out at 6%, that difference, 4%, is their income. In service, it is slightly difficult to understand what is the input and output. In manufacturing, it is not that difficult. Like NVIDIA example, input is silicon, pure silicon. And output are silicon wafers. Input could be also some technical know-how of employees. Output, the AI chip. All right, next one, operation management as a function. So in a firm, you can see accounting department, distribution department, engineering, finance, human. Also, there is an operations team. And their main job is to create some higher productivity within the given resources. And that is what they do. They add value to every operation. Now, also, we like to look into processes. There are different processes in any organization. For example, NVIDIA, different operation. In bank, different operations. Now, a big process can be divided into smaller process, and each smaller process should add value. An operations manager look into a process. What is the input? What is the output? Is that process adding value? And like I said, a big process can be divided into sub-processes. And when you divide into sub-process, there are some nested process, one within the other. And that nested process has some input, output like other processes too. You can think of nested process as creative design process, and within creative design process there are receive work, assemble team, prepare several designs, receive input from accounting, prepare final concept, revise concept per client input. Each and every one is a nested process within creative design process. Similarly for media planning process. Now, ad agency. Think of the ad agency as, like I said, you can think there is some input coming and there is some outgoing output. In the ad agency, think about that process. So what could be the input? Somebody said, okay, I am looking for a specific advertisement for my product. Say NVIDIA came with that advertisement to an ad agency. Create an advertisement for my H100 chip. So they are talking to the design and planning process, the first part. Once they got into the design and planning process, that order, then they will talk to the accounting process. We need this much money to create the output. Then they will also contact the production process in order to produce that advertisement. Once the production process produces that advertisement, they will be in connection with the accounting process. I need this much money in order to create this advertisement. And after the advertisement is done, they'll be contacting output interface process. They'll be checking if the advertisement is done properly, if it is appealing. Maybe they'll ask production process, hey, why don't you produce 3-4 advertisement like this? We'll contact NVIDIA, the customer, and show them all the 3 modules. Then we'll ask, pick one that you like most. Then we'll refine, we'll deliver the advertisement. Make sense? And then output interface process will also have some cost. In order to get that money, they'll be connecting to the accounting process. So accounting process is in touch with every smaller unit in order to do the final advertisement. Once the final advertisement is done, output interface process will contact NVIDIA, said, hey, I produced 3 advertisements. Come and have a look. We'll go over together and pick the one that you like the most. Then they deliver and the money will come. That money will be transferred to accounting process. And this is the whole process of how an ad agency works. You see that accounting process is basically contacting with every other unit. Output interface process also getting the order from advertisement design and planning process, staying in touch with the production process, and each and every unit is communicating continuously in order to produce the final output. Internal versus external customer. I give you an example that will make you understand for every company, probably this internal customer exists. Also, the external customer has to exist, obviously. Think about Toyota Corporation. They're producing the music system. Sometimes they produce music system. Sometimes they get it directly from Bose to put it into high-end car like Lexus. And like Toyota Corolla, they are not getting Bose. Probably Toyota itself is making those sound system, music system. Now, let us think about those Toyota produced music system. Obviously, they are selling it to the outside client. What the outside client? GM is a big buyer from Toyota. Several of the GM cars are exact replica of Toyota cars. And they are also getting the parts from Toyota to put into other cars. So GM is an external buyer. Internal buyer, Toyota itself. Toyota uses those music system in their own car. So accounting department has to distinguish how much money we are getting from external customer for every element or every unit. The unit we are talking about right now is music system, and how much we are getting from the internal customer. Internal customer also has to keep an accounting. We used 15,000 music system within our car. And what is the cost? Similarly, for the external customer, they will be doing the similar kind of accounting calculations. Next, we come to what is a manufacturing process and what is a service process. Manufacturing process, between input and output, they are changing the material from input to output. There's a physical properties changed, shape is changed, dimension and other things are changed. Think about a car Toyota is producing. What is the input? The steel foil. And they are changing it to the body of a car. What is changed? Physical properties changed because they are mixing with something. Shape, dimension, surface finish, they're joining parts. Everything is changed physically. That is the manufacturing process. Now, what about the service? In order to build a car, do you think it is everything manufacturing? What do you think? In order to build a car, do you think everything is manufacturing? Do you need service? Obviously, yes. Service of what? Service of mechanical engineer? Service of electrical engineer? Make sense, everybody? In a car nowadays, there are plenty of electronic chips. Even when you are shutting your window, there's an electronic chip communicating, and an electrical engineer is involved. When your blinker is on, electronic devices are in use. Or sensors. In modern cars, there are plenty of sensors that suddenly put the brake on. Your electronic device is on. So you have to get the service from electronics expert, implement into your vehicle. So it is not only just goods production, also your service production. Consulting you need to do. Now, goods production is very tangible. When you are molding a steel sheet into the body and chassis of a car, it is very tangible. But in service, the value that an electrical engineer is adding is sometimes intangible. In a banking, what is the output? What is the input? Even that concept may be intangible to many. Goods can be invented it. Amount of steel needed, invented it. The quality of electronic consulting, it is very difficult to understand, and that cannot be invented it. Goods production, you don't really need customer contact, but service production, like you are designing an electronic system, you need to talk to your customer what they want. Maybe produce a survey to understand the needs of the customer. What kind of electronic system, AI system that they want. You need to ask customer to get that information. Goods production is capital intensive. Service production is labor intensive. You understand, you need good quality engineers to do the modifications. Goods quality can easily be measured. Think about this. Like I'm thinking of a pen. This pen. How do I understand if the quality is good or not? I try to write. It's writing. It's good. Like a marker. You have seen your teachers sometimes use the marker. It's not writing. He's throwing it out. Not good. So when a marker is produced, the quality control man tries to put the cap into the marker. It makes a click sound, good. It doesn't make a good sound, bad. Throw it into the bad bin. Maybe he's checking 100 markers out of a batch of 10,000 markers. A sample, not everything they check. They check a sample. And they make a decision whether the lot is good or bad. Service. It is very difficult. Think about this, a car or a AI system in a car. Or the AI system in ChatGPT. Let's talk about it, everybody. ChatGPT released the latest version. If I ask you, do you think the latest version of ChatGPT better or worse than the previous ChatGPT? I'm asking a quality issue. What's your answer? Yeah, Jared?
Better.
Why better?
Because they want to improve it so they get more customers.
Tell me again, I didn't hear you.
Because they want to improve it so they get more customers.
Beautiful. Any specific item, quality-wise, that you like to mention? That it was not so good in previous version, it is better in this version. Anybody? See, ChatGPT is all about AI service, right? Even to compare the previous version with the new version, we are not very sure about it, most of us. But if I tell you, can you compare the previous model of Corolla, Toyota Corolla, to current model of Toyota Corolla, it is much easier to compare. You see that? Whenever there is a little service involved, it is very difficult to understand the difference in the quality. So that is a difference between goods and service production. Now it is 10:35, more than 90 minutes. Let's take a break and come back maybe in 15 minutes. What do you think? Beautiful, excellent. Thank you.